What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So this is my Lego Imperial Army. You might have seen it from my Imperial Army video that I posted quite recently. You're probably wondering, SW, why are you posting another video so soon? And also, why are all of these laid out so weirdly? So basically, this is going to be the start of a new project. I'm going to be selling a load of these figs and just sorting this army out because it's a bit of a mess at the moment, and I'm going to be telling you why in this video. So basically the problem I have with this army is we have quite a mixture of figures between sort of like newer style ones, older style ones in both AT-AT, Snow Troopers, Scout Troopers, and even over to the regulars as well. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be trying to get rid of all of the older style troopers and just focusing on the newer, nicer styles. So for example, with the AT-AT drivers, I'm going to be selling all of these and getting some newer ones. So I'm going to take you through and show you all the figs that I have got currently. There's a total of 150 figures right now, so I've improved this by about 20 or 30 since the army video, I think. So it's been a pretty big improvement in only a couple of months, but I'm basically going to be sort of going through this, telling you exactly what figs I'm going to be keeping and what figs I need to buy very soon as well. And if you're looking to pick up anything, I can also show you the best places to find all these figs. So let's take a look through the army. So over here we have my officers and that sort of thing. Obviously these are all spread out sort of in their own figures, so if I've got duplicates they sort of line up, but if they don't, they're on their own. Then we have sort of like other sort of different variants, that sort of thing, and then more regular stormtroopers and stuff like that over here. But if we start back here, we have these sort of like Imperial AT-DP drivers, I believe these are. These are really awesome. I definitely will be picking up another one of these guys, and those are something that will stay in the collection. Then we have two Commander Veers. So these are really, really nice fig, really, really high quality fig. So they are both staying in the army as well. And then we have a few other officers here. These four here will all be sold. These are just old ones that are sort of miscellaneous and have mounted into the collection somehow. Then we have two other officers here. I actually really like these guys. I will be swapping one of the heads out because they have the exact same head, but these guys are relatively cool, so I will be keeping these guys in there as well. And I probably will even pick up one or two more of those guys to go with them to make just a little squad of 4. Then we have a squad of 8 of these newer style officers. I don't know exactly on the ranks. I'm just going to call them all officers, that sort of thing, but correct me in the comments down below. I have 8 of those, so I'm going to be keeping them. Then we have one with this grey hat, which is exactly the same but with a grey hat, so I think I want to get another one of these guys just to sort of lead that army there, have them as sort of like a higher rank, that sort of thing. Then this guy in all black there, I'm going to be selling him, and I'll be keeping this AT-ST driver, and I'm going to buy another one of these possibly as well. This guy I don't know what to do with yet. Let me know whether I should keep this guy or not. I might use him as sort of like an officer for those guys and sort of like lead that squad there, or maybe I'll pick up another one or two of him because he's pretty cool nonetheless. So now on to some other variants. With the AT-AT pilots, I'm going to be keeping the newer style and selling all of these white styles. I'm not a big fan of these ones, and they are slightly older and they don't look as good. I think these ones look absolutely amazing. I do have two variants. They are slightly different. One has less tubing on the legs, so I will be keeping definitely all of those, but I think I'll get one more of those, and then I'll probably get a couple more of these ones. We'll see. I probably will sort of end up with a squad of like 8 or so of those. I don't want too many. I might even only cut down to like 6 or something like that, but that'll be pretty cool nonetheless. Then we have these two different types of TIE pilots. This one doesn't have these sort of silver lines on the face, so I will be getting another one without the silver lines, and then have 2 of the ones with the silver lines. I don't know if you can see there very well on camera, but this guy just doesn't have the lines on his face. Then we have this other pilot here who I will be selling because he is a slightly older version. Again, with these two, I'm going to be keeping this guy and buying maybe 1 or 2 of those, maybe 3, either have 2 or 4 of those guys, and I'll be selling this one here because he has an older sort of torso design. Then these guys are like the ground crew members. I believe one of them is actually Iden Versio, that back one there, but I will be keeping both of those and maybe even picking up another 2 of them. Then we have the droids, I'm keeping both of those. Then we move on to the shore troopers. I actually have 2 of the plain ones and 1 of the commanders, I believe this is. There's another variant with both blue arms which I want to pick up to go in that little squad. Ideally I'd have a ton of these, but they are so hard to get, so I definitely want to get more in the future, but I'm going to slowly build those up. That's not going to be one I sell for sure. Then we look in front of them and we have the hover tank pilots. I maybe want to get another 4 of these possibly, not entirely sure on those ones yet. And then we have a blue one here. I definitely want to get one more of this guy because he is a really, really sick fig. Onto these guys here. These are like this scout patrol trooper sort of things. I do like these guys. I probably will get another 2 of them as well. Obviously, these are newer style stormtroopers, so I want to get these in the army in higher quantities for sure. Then over to some more that I'm actually going to be selling. So I'm going to be selling all of these 8 here, as well as these other 2 snow troopers. So this is a slightly different design, and I'm just going to be trying to keep all these ones that came in the new AT-AT. Maybe buy another 4 of those or that sort of thing. Just try and build it up over over the next few years or whatever. And I'll be selling all of these ones because they are slightly different. If you notice, these have the waist cape. They're pretty cool nonetheless, and they have these cool backpacks, but I just sort of have decided to go with this style right here. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think I'm making mistakes and you think I should sort of keep this style instead. What would you do if you had the option that I have right now? Then I'm going to be selling all of these older style ones as well as all of these older style scouts as well. And then I'm just going to be trying to build up my collection of these guys. These are so cool, but they're so rare and hard to find and expensive. So I definitely will try and pick up maybe 1 or 2 more at the moment, but I'm going to see if they come out in new sets in the future. Then with the shock troopers, I'm going to be keeping all of those. Of course, they're fantastic and they match the style that I am going to be going for. If you didn't know, I'm trying to collect just the Rogue One style. So if you see the helmet right here, this is in the Rogue One style. I'll show you some other ones in a second, and I'll show you what I'm going to be keeping and that sort of thing. But then we move over to the sort of regular style stormtroopers on this base plate over here. We have these guys. These are obviously in the correct style that I want to be keeping, so I will be keeping all of those. There's a nice squad of 16, which is a really satisfying number for me, so I'm going to be keeping all of those ones. Then in front of them we have the regular stormtroopers. These are the stormtroopers that I want to have in my army. I currently have 16 and then one without a helmet right there. I want to get at least like another 16 of these guys, hopefully another 16 in total. Obviously what I'm doing at the moment is I'm removing the newer style helmets, which are the really weird style. I don't have any on hand right now because I've sold them all, but they basically go for a bit more than these helmets, so I can basically sell all of the new helmets whenever I get them and replace them with the old style because the bodies are exactly the same. The heads are slightly different, but that doesn't really bother me. So I want to get another sort of 16 or well 15 and a helmet for these guys, get a nice big squad of those because they just look fantastic in my opinion. Over in the back here we have the Death Troopers. I actually have 10 of these. I might sell 2 because I think 8 is just a really satisfying number. You'll notice I'm going with sort of multiples of either 2, 4, 8 or 16 in my army. I think this is just a really nice way to have it, and it sort of lines up really nicely when it's on base plates and that sort of thing. And for me, it's just, I'm a bit OCD and it's very satisfying for me. Then we go on to the really old style stormtroopers here. I have a total of 9, but then 2 of them don't also have helmets as well. So I have 2 with without helmets and 9 with the helmet. So I will be selling all of these guys as well to sort of just fund this. And basically I'm going to start up like a new whole fund where every Imperial figure that I sell, I'll be sort of reinvesting to buy more of the newer style ones. So all of the new molded ones that I have said I'm going to buy more of. Basically, I'm going to try and use the money from the old style ones to buy those, if that makes sense to you guys. And hopefully this will be a good, affordable way to make a nicer and better looking Imperial army, because that's basically what I'm going for right now. Then we have 3 of these guys, which are like a bit newer than those ones, but they have a different torso print, but still with the older style helmets. And I definitely will be getting rid of all 3 of those. And then this Sand Trooper as well. I think I'll get rid of this guy as well, because obviously he doesn't quite match these ones here. And these are just my favourite Stormtroopers. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are these your favourite Stormtroopers? Or do you prefer the new ones? Or do you even prefer the old ones? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, another variant of Stormtrooper that I will be selling is all my Rebel ones. I have already sold 4 of these. I've got another 4 here ready to sell. So I'm basically going to be selling at least 40 or something figures. I think I've done all the calculations. I think it's 45 figs exactly. Then back here I'm going to be selling both of these sort of Shadow Troopers, just because they're not in the right style. I do prefer them to this one. However, I think I will be buying 1 or 2 of these just to bulk up the little collection of these, because they do match these ones more. So I would rather have them matching in the collection, if that makes sense to you guys. Okay, so I've now actually quickly divided it up into all the figs that I'm keeping and all the figs that I am going to be selling. So you can see there's a good proportion that I'm going to be selling right now. So if you're interested in any of these, make sure to hit me up. But yeah, this is looking really satisfying for me. I don't know, it just lined up perfectly. And but yeah, we got a ton of figs that we're going to be keeping there. You can see it just looks much nicer with all these updated styles. You don't have any yellow stormtroopers or any sort of like outdated helmets with the cutout visors, that sort of thing. But there's pretty nice stormtroopers being sold here. I think some of these will sell really well, like these 2 Death Troopers. I did decide to sell them and just keep a squad of 8 of the original Death Troopers there. It'd be quite cool to get one with the Pauldron just to sort of lead those guys, but I think otherwise this looks perfect here. I can't wait to get more bulk out this army, and I'm just going to really try and focus on cutting down and making this look a lot nicer and having quality over quantity, if that makes sense to you guys. But yeah, I'm going to be selling a load of these, so I can't wait to get these up on the Bricklink store, and hopefully I'll be able to get a good amount of money for these and sell these. I'll probably list some of these on Instagram, so if you want to DM me on there, you can do and claim them. If not, they'll be up on my eBay store and my Bricklink store. I'm thinking about selling them in little squads of 4 or something like that. I think that'll be quite a good way to sell them. But yeah, those are all going to be sold. and those are all going to be kept. Let me know what you think of this down below in the comment section. I think I'm really hyped to bulk up this army and get this looking even better than it already is. There's some good sets that I want to pick up to go with this. Obviously, just got my second 8080 to go with this, so I'm going to be building that very soon on a live stream, so make sure you stay tuned for that and check that out when it is out. But I'm so excited with this, the way this is going to go, and I'm really hyped just to make this look a lot nicer. And do you think I should do this with my clone army? Obviously it's a bit harder because some of the older style clones are amazing, but this, I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, and I've finally bit the bullet, and I'm going to be doing it soon. So let me know what you think of this down in the comment section. Obviously, do you think I'm making a mistake? Do you think some of these figs are better than some of those figs? Let me know what you think in the comments. Obviously, this is just my personal preference. If you prefer the newer style Stormtroopers, let me know. All your comments down below, and let's have a discussion. What do you think is the best style of Stormtrooper and the best Stormtrooper minifigure we've ever had? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more updates of this army. I'm going to probably update you in a few months' time when I sort of get this a lot better and looking a lot nicer, but I can't wait to have a bit more money from selling these in order to upgrade this section right here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.